Hi dear students, welcome to business studies class. Already we are started our second chapter, that is the principles of management. Okay, so in this video it is a third video of principles of management. In this video we are going to see the most important bit of this chapter, that is a Taylor's scientific management, or you can call principles of scientific management. In first video only I told that Taylor is a management scientist or management thinker who describes some rules or regulation to carry out the business. Okay, so what are the rules, otherwise what are the principles made by the Taylor? They are on a science basis. Okay, so for that we are going to call as a principles of scientific management or Taylor's scientific management. So what is a scientific management? Means application of science for each and every element of management. Means where is a management, you are going to apply the scientific rules or regulation. For that we are going to call as a principles of scientific management. Okay, so Taylor described the four principles of scientific management, which are that, just list out it here. Okay, so science is not rule of thumb, that is the first one. Harmony not discarded, and third one, cooperation not individualism. Fourth one, development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. Okay, so let's see what is the first one. Science is not rule of thumb. Okay, so what it means, job performed in every organization should not be based on institution, experience, fit and mass method. What is the meaning of this sentence? Science is not rule of thumb means what? In organization, manager describes some rules and regulation by their own way. Okay, so according to their knowledge, they are describe some rules and regulation, but that is an institution. Okay, so always it is not like that. Means according to that rule and regulation you should not carry out your business. You should, means according to your experience, sometimes experience may be wrong, so according to experience also you should not take any decision according to fit and mass method, otherwise trial and error method. According to that also you should not take any decision regarding to your business. Then how to take a decision for a business? So what are the decision you are taking for your business? Behind that something scientific reason should be there, and that reason you should analyze that. Means what are rules regulation you are made for your organization by a manager, no? So always these rules are not correct, sometimes this can be changed. So think scientifically and analysis that and implement that thing, it is going to tell by a Taylor. Okay, so what the second thing it is going to tell by a Taylor? Decision based on scientific analysis. Okay, just only I told what you are taking a decision for your organization, this should be based on scientific analysis rather than experience, rather than self intuition, rather than trial and error method. You should take a decision on a scientific analysis. Next one, best way of doing a job must be selected and adopted through scientific study and analysis. So what you are performing your job in an organization, how that should be selected? See, to do one single work there are multiple ways are there. Okay, so which way you are going to choose, how you are going to choose to do that job? You should choose on a scientific study and analysis basis rather than the rule of thumb. I hope you are clear this thing. Okay, so next one is harmony not discard. So what is a harmony means? So within organ, before that just see, harmony means coordination between manager or worker. There should not be any conflict between manager and worker. The work should be run smoothly, that is the meaning of harmony. So within organization two groups are there, one is worker and another one is manager. So what the worker is thinking that manager will be unpaid, or they are not going to give a salary, otherwise they are going to give a less salary. Otherwise what the worker think, they are thinking unpaid by a manager, otherwise overburden of work. It is a thought of worker about manager. Okay, so at the same time manager also have a thought about workers also. What the manager think at that time? Workers are lazy, they are not good for nothing, or they are useless. Just like manager think about the worker. Okay, so what is the attitude between these two people about each other? Okay, so that should be changed there. Between conflict attitude, it should be changed in terms of harmony. Okay, so what is mean? Develop positive thinking for each other, it is a very necessary, and work with the harmony and understanding. So managers should understand to worker, and workers also understand to manager. So avoid a conflict, try to avoid a conflict, any conflict between manager or workers, you should try to avoid it. Okay, so both should be realize the importance of each other, very important point. Why? Because without worker, manager should not carry out any work, and without manager, worker should not know what to do. Okay, so both are important for a organization, and both should know importance of each other. So what I am making here red indication, no, for that all 4 points we are going to call as a mental revolution of workers and manager about each other. So it is called mental revolution. Okay, so manager should share. So what is the responsibility of manager? To make the harmony among the organization. So manager should share gains with the worker. What are the profits manager going to get within their organization? No, he should share with their workers also, and worker must contribute their best rather than the laziness, rather than the any useless things. Worker should contribute their best thing for the organization. I hope you are got the second point. Okay, so third principle is cooperation, not individualism. So what is the meaning of it? Cooperation means, all of you know, it is cleared in first chapter. So what the Taylor insists that there should be cooperation between worker and manager. So there should be proper cooperation between worker and manager. Okay, so manager must try to win the confidence of worker, because workers are very important resources for any kind of organization. So manager should try to win the confidence of worker by participating them into decision making process. So how to win a confidence of worker means, what are the decision you are taking for your organization? You should ask to your worker. So you should take the guidance from your worker. At least what they are suggesting, at least you should hear the thing, means participate them into decision making process. Then worker going to think about the manager positively, because if the manager is trying to make the trying to taking a advice from worker, no, so workers also try to give a best, otherwise they are also going to cooperate with the manager. So worker should not go on strike and don't make unreasonable demand. Okay, so what is a work of manager here? To make a cooperation, manager should try to make a participant into decision making process. And what is a cooperation part of a worker? Worker also should not go on a strike, otherwise they don't make any unreasonable demand, then only cooperation it is possible, otherwise not. Okay, so what is the last point? That is a development of each and every persons to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. So here development of each and every person, it may be a manager, it may be a worker, he or she, it may be a girl or boy, gender not a matter here. Okay, so for greatest efficiency and prosperity. So what is the meaning of it? Business efficiency. So what is the efficiency? Already all of you know, doing a task correctly with a low cost. Okay, so when workers are efficient, and works are efficient when they are trained. Okay, so how the manager going to increase the efficiency of worker? When the worker have proper training of their job, then only they can perform their job in good manner. So that's why when manager should train to worker, so it can increase the efficiency and prosperity. Okay, so what the next tailor insists that employee should be select scientifically rather than what you call um, um, biasing things. Okay, personal biasing things. You should select a employee on a scientifically, means proper he are taken a knowledge of that field or not, you should check it. He have capability or experience or not, you should check it rather than the personal bias. So what the employees are you are choosing, no, they should select scientifically. Second one, assigned a work according to ability. Okay, so what is assigned a work according to ability means what employee you are choosing for your organization, according to the ability of that worker you should assign the work to that worker. Means what, for a CA who are have the experience within a CA, otherwise he is educated from a CA, that is a charter accountant. So you should assign a work, what are the financial things you should assign a work to that CA person. If any engineering is there, you should assign a production work to that person. Okay, so that means according to the ability you should assign a work there. Okay, so what is the last one? Give training and increase efficiency of worker. Okay, so what if the workers is not able to do their work, rather than scolding him, otherwise hire and fire things, rather than that you should give a proper appropriate training to your employees and increase the efficiency of your worker also, as well as increase the efficiency of your organization also. So these 4 points are described by the Taylor. According to exam point of view, these are very important, so be concentrate on these points. Okay, so thank you. If you have any doubt, please ask. Okay, so thank you. Bye bye, take care.